All right, welcome back to DCC Nutrition. You're with Danny Kazmarek, one of the personal trainers there, a naturopathic doctor. Today I want to go over basically the topic of the day, which is viruses. So we're going to talk about immune system nutrients and boosting our immune system strength. There's some various products that I'm going to talk about during this little quick seminar, and they're actual products that I use on myself or on my clients, and the products that I chose or the companies that I chose I have known about for a very, very long time, and I trust them. They're very good, very strong products. So as we talk about immune system function, we're going to talk about cells, cell structure, what their actions are, and what we can do with life application, what is life applicable for us to increase our immune strength. And that's usually going to start within the gut. And within the gut, we have what is called the enterochromaffin system, which makes different types of cells, immune system cells that help us to fight off parasites and viruses and bacteria and other types of foreign invaders. So here, when we look at the cells of the immune system, it basically starts with stem cells all the way on the left-hand side. Stem cells are usually made within the bone marrow of our bones, and then they kind of slough off and they make all the different types of cells in the body. So stem cells can become almost any type of cell in the body through cell differentiation. And when you look at the stem cell and you go down the line, it turns into lymphoid cells and myeloid cells, which are two different tissues, lymphatic system, so on and so forth. Then you get into monocytes, eosinophils, neutrophils, and T cells, natural killer cells, and B cells. And some of these cells, even their names, will give you kind of the definition of what their action is or what their purpose is. Like natural killer cells, they just naturally kill off foreign invaders, parasites, viruses, bacteria, etc. T cells do the same thing, but T cells has to do with certain locations in the body of where they're located, whether it's on the skin or in the lymphatic system or inside your gut, or mucous membranes, where it's very important that we fight off foreign invaders such as allergens and bacteria and viruses, because these are the places that they try to enter into the body. And then you have mast cells, basophils, and helper T cells, cytotoxic cells, which fight off cytotoxicity in the cytosol, or the liquid inside the cells. So they help expunge cytotoxicity. And then memory cells are how your immune system builds up memories or antibodies to fight off viruses you've had in the past so you don't get sick again from the same pathogen. So boosting your immune system is also knowing how your body works. So I've noticed that when I study about my own health and study systems of the body, I actually get healthier and stronger. Moving on to vitamins that contain very high potent antioxidant properties. Vitamin C, A, E, and D. If you notice all the foods of where these vitamins come from, in the picture you notice that's the colors of the rainbow. You got your reds, your orange, your greens, your blues, yellows, even purple with purple sweet potato or eggplant. Most of these are water soluble and some are fat soluble, but vitamin C, known as ascorbic acid, vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin D all carry very high antioxidant properties. What antioxidants do is they give off or slough off an electron or an extra electron to neutralize free radical or buildup of waste in the body. Free radical buildup usually comes from obviously toxicity and or just breathing and training hard from lactic acid. When we burn oxygen, we're going to make free radicals. So we need a lot of the colors of the rainbow in our diet with fruits and vegetables and seeds and nuts and things that grow in the sun to boost our immunity, because we're going to boost the antioxidant levels in our system and in our bloodstream and in our liver and our tissues. You have to have a lot of antioxidant power in the body to remain healthy and age slowly. I cannot overemphasize this enough. Antioxidants are incredibly important, and you're only going to get those from the colors of the rainbow. Predominantly, you're still going to get it from lean meats and proteins and stuff as well, because proteins do have antioxidant power to them, but it's not like fruits and vegetables. So you have to get your fruits and vegetables in you, whether you juice them, cook them, steam them, raw, however you eat them, as long as your gut can handle it. Eat a lot of vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin D containing foods. We'll get into vitamin D in a second. Vitamin E is a good nutrient to help with the fats in the blood not to oxidize, so it's anti-lipid peroxidation. And obviously when fats oxidize in the blood, then you get cardiovascular diseases like atherosclerosis or arteriosclerosis, things of that nature. When it comes to vitamin C, I want to talk about liposomal vitamin C from pure encapsulations. Lipo means fat, somal meaning round, so there is a manufacturing process where they take these little fat round balls or fat spheres, and the nutrients are housed inside these spheres. and it protects it from the stomach acid. So you get much greater absorption, or even greater absorption in the mouth when you put it under the tongue. So liposomal vitamin C is very powerful. Liposomal turmeric, liposomal resveratrol, liposomal vitamin D. Anything that you can find, even vitamin D you don't have to, because it absorbs pretty well when it's mixed with a fat or an oil. But liposomal vitamin C carries very high antioxidant properties, and it stimulates macrophages or immune system cells in the body, and obviously destroys free radicals. But getting it in liposomal form and underneath the tongue is a great way to get high absorption of vitamin C and really get the full power-packed nutrient that vitamin C is in terms of antioxidant power, giving off electrons, and obviously bolstering and building your immune system. Vitamin C is also what is called an NFKB inhibitor. NFKB is called nuclear factor kappa beta. That is a gene in the body that when it gets out of control and is not inhibited, it can lead to some cancer issues. So NFKB running amok in your body can lead to some cancer situations. So when I go over some of these nutrients, not only bolstering immune system, but there's a way that you can bolster your immune system by epigenetics, or suppressing certain genetic expressions, especially NFKB. So when you suppress nuclear factor kappa beta with vitamin C, or this next product, resveratrol, which they've proven this in a lab and in human studies, you're able to suppress the expression of NFKB, control inflammation in the body, and obviously have an anti-cancer effect just by increasing your resveratrol and your vitamin C intake, especially if you can find it in liposomal form. If you don't, no big deal. You can still take resveratrol in a powdered form or liquid form, or drink a little red wine every now and then. It's loaded with resveratrol. Very powerful antioxidant. Obviously, what color is it? It's red. What color is vitamin C usually? Usually comes from orange colored fruits, orange, yellows, and some greens as well. But resveratrol usually sticks with the red and the purple and the indigo type of foods. Your grapes, your wines, obviously, because you make wine from grapes, eggplant, purple sweet potato, things of that nature. Now the next product, turmeric, is like a natural anti-inflammatory, and the molecule inside turmeric is called curcuminoids that has the anti-inflammatory effect. This also is an NFKB inhibitor. So you have vitamin C, resveratrol, and turmeric, which is a triple 1-2-3 punch in terms of controlling nuclear factor kappa beta again in the body to control inflammation and controlling sickness and disease. They're also obviously antiviral, antibacterial, very high antioxidant. So whenever you're looking at the body and you're dealing with antioxidants, what you're doing is you are cleaning up what oxidation does. Oxidation is absolutely necessary. We have to breathe, otherwise we're dead. But in the wake of breathing, we create free radical buildup, and we need antioxidants to clean up the oxidative factors that have to happen in the body. No oxidation, no life. But when you oxidize, you create waste. We need a lot of antioxidant power to clean up the waste, which also helps out the immune system and bolsters the immune system, so it's not always being spread out too thin, so to speak. So antioxidants play a huge role in giving the immune system not only help, but to give it a rest as well. So turmeric is very powerful. It kind of works like ibuprofen in a way, but not as powerful as ibuprofen, but way better on the gut, way better on your blood, way better on your liver as well. And here's a powder form of turmeric. You can make paste out of this, or you can just actually take a pinch and put it under your tongue sublingually and get some really good absorption with some turmeric powder. You can cook with it, make dressings with it. This next product to bolster the immune system has to do with adaptogenic herbs or wild mushrooms. This mushroom is called Shiga. My mentor, Dr. Chapman, told me about this product. It's phenomenal. It has the Shiga mushroom in it. It has loaded with germanium, and germanium on the elemental periodic table has 32 electrons in its structure, its molecular structure. So it can give off a ton of antioxidant power because it has so much electron activity. Also, it has lemon oil, peppermint oil, and cinnamon oil, all very high in antioxidant properties, and vitamin C again as well. And the thing about this product that I've really noticed, and that doesn't give you energy, but it has healing power of the lining of the gut, and also the cinnamon extract is an insulin mimicker. basically meaning that it works in a way like insulin does. And when you take in cinnamon extract, at first you want to make sure that you probably take it after you take this product after a carbohydrate meal. You want to get your insulin up, you want to get your sugars up because it will lower your blood sugar. So if you're on medications for glucose issues, consult your physician before taking this. But I have seen in the past that people that are on medications for glucose intolerances have been able to lower their medication, in some cases get off their medication, because this product is powerful in lowering blood sugar. Mushrooms in the naturopathic world are called the magic of mushrooms because they contain certain polysaccharides, or what are called chains of sugars. Polysaccharides that really bolster the immune system. There's Rataki mushrooms and the Shiga mushrooms and Cordyceps sinensis and various types of mushrooms that have an amazing effect on macrophages and other types of immune system cells. And then our next product here is vitamin D3. It's also technically called a secosteroid because it helps with balancing hormones, but it's huge in mineral metabolism and how your body utilizes calciums. Calcium, one of the most abundant minerals in the body, has to be utilized correctly. If it's not utilized correctly and it oxidizes, that's where we get the arteriosclerosis issues that we talked about before with resveratrol and antioxidants. And vitamin D3, if you don't get enough sun, you should probably take about 5,000 national units a day. I highly recommend that you get your blood work done. When you get your blood work done and look at your vitamin D3 levels, you want to be between 50 and 70 nanograms per deciliter of blood. And as you do that, most doctors sometimes will say if it's a little bit lower than that, it's okay. But I say if you really want to be healthy, you should be between 50 and 70 Ng on your blood test, depending on the blood test and who's doing your blood test. But this is a phenomenal vitamin. So that's it for today. Thank you much for listening. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.